Hello and welcome to this week's problems. Here we've got Liam this week. He's spending £14 altogether, so I drew the £14 bar. He went on the big wheel on the roller coaster. He went on the big wheel twice, so I've drawn that here underneath because this £2.50 and this £2.50 come out of his £14. So once we've worked out he's been on the big wheel twice, we know that he's spent £5. So we can work out how much money he has got left. Once we know how much money he's got left, we can work out how many times £1.50 goes into that amount. So how many £1.50s do we fit in this box here? You can do that by dividing the number in this box, or you could do the process where you say, well, if he had £1.50 and he went on the roller coaster once, has he spent all his money? If he goes on twice, has he spent all his money? 3 times, 4 times, and so on. Here we have Liam again. He is thinking of a number, so I drew that number across the top in this big bar here. We don't know what it is yet. We do know he divided it by 9, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 boxes. I'm going to take one of those boxes because that's the answer when he divides it by 9, and he adds to that 25. Okay, so I can put my 25 in that box because that's what I do know. And his answer, when he's done that, is 36. And if I know this number here is 25, that's part of this other number here, so I can take it away from 36. That will give me this number here. This number here then goes into this box, and because they've divided equally, the number will go there, 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 and there, 9 times. So that should then help me work out the number he started with. And once I've got the number he started with, I should be able to then divide it by 9, add 25, and I should get 36. Sarah has a bag of cherries. This is her bag of cherries, represented in bar model form. It's got a question mark in it because I don't know what it's worth. She ate 5 cherries though, so she must have eaten 5 of the cherries that were in that bag, so it goes underneath. Then she had some left. She gave half of these to Liam. So this is Liam's half. Sarah's half would be here. But we're interested in Liam's half. Now that's come out of the original bag, so that's why it's underneath. So she gave half of what she had left to Liam. This is Liam's. Liam then ate 5 of these cherries. So we're going to put a 5 in this box. And then gave half of what he had left to Amy. So these were Liam's cherries. He ate 5 of them, gave half of what he had left to Amy. So I'm going to divide this into 2, and Amy got 2 cherries. So if half was 2, the other half must have been 2 there. So now we can work out that 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, there were 9 cherries here. Now we've got started on that, you should be able to continue the diagram upwards and work out how many were in the bag at the start. And finally, today we've got an ice cake costing 10p more than a plain cake, so I might put a little note on there. This ice cake is 10p more than one of these plain ones here. She bought 2 of each cake, so I've represented that down here. I've got my 2 plain and my 2 iced. Now altogether that cost £1. But I can't just divide £1 by 4 because I know that these 2 cakes cost different amounts. If I did do £1 divided by 4, I'd obviously get 25p. But if I do that, then these iced buns aren't 10p more than the plain buns, so that isn't going to work as a solution. But I know it must be somewhere close to that. So I'm going to think, well, how much could a plain bun cost? Now it must cost less than an iced bun. It can't cost a lot less because I'm nearly at the answer, so I will try a number in here, see how much a plain bun might cost. If I said a plain would cost 10p, then that would mean an iced would cost 20p. If I add that all up though, it doesn't make £1 because it would only make 40p over here, 50, 60p. So I need my plain bun to be costing a little bit more. So I can do this by trial and improvement until I get my final answer where these 4 boxes add up to £1, and this box here is worth 10p more than that.